Alright, so this is episode 5 of Mieruko-chan. A little bit of a recap. Miko continues to be able to see ghosts despite her constant wishes every morning that she will wake up and not see them anymore. She got herself into a bit of a pickle following a tiny old man, which led her to a bigger old man. Finally, she almost broke when she saw a ghost at her most vulnerable state, which is in the bathtub. But in the end, I suppose, there was some good in her ability to see ghosts, which is to be able to see her dead dad, who seems to have died last year, and it was a pretty nice episode. It was a nice, I was about to say it's a nice send off to volume 1, but yeah, we are finished with volume 1 and we're getting ourselves into volume 2, and for once I am quite excited to see what Passion is going to do with the rest of this anime, consider that it had a rather strong start. But anyways, I do have my full-length reactions up on Patreon, which you guys can check out in either the corner or in the description down below. Other than that, let us get started. The Godmother. We saw her creeping about looking at the Godmother before. Seems like she wants to be an apprentice. Show me the ways of scamming people. Kids don't have any money, so I'll just give it to her for free. Definitely. She sees that ghost as like very transparent compared to Miko. Yulia? Niguredo? Mm-hmm. So unlike Miko, who suddenly started seeing them, she's been able to see them since a child. But still not as clear as Miko. With envy. What a perfect plan. Alright, here we are. Having a little introduction to the character we've been seeing around for the past 4 episodes, just staring at Miko and Hana and sneaking around and shit. I don't know if any of you guys follow the Twitter for the mangaka, but they post a lot of their manga panels of the scenes that happened in the anime. And even though I've already read the manga, it's just like I just get slightly spoiled sometimes when I go on Twitter of scenes that's gonna happen in the anime. Yep, she closed down. Discovering the limits of her abilities. She peaked a long time ago, huh? There they are now. I dreamt you bought me butt buttons. Endless piles of them. Holy shit, Hana, what a dream. Well, someone's a little lonely. Yo, dude, they fucked her up! It's the badger. Yeah, your love of macho dudes. Ooh. Oh no, you guys are inside this room all alone. Yeah, nothing suspicious at all is going on. Oh, you just been stalking her? Alright. Her ability to ignore stuff. Okay, so it's like they are like the tiny old men. Oh, she really just wanted a friend. You did say her ignore game is crazy. It seems like she can't see it though. Yeah, that's one of the things we've been seeing from the opening and the ending. The ghost is over here like, what's this about being able to see people? Hold on, can you guys see me? Hold on. Seems like it's not as strong as Miko's though. He's so excited. Damn, dude, he is drooling. How am I supposed to exercise the little manly spirits? Okay. Badger! Hell yeah, dude! Oh, dude, you put her in an arm lock! The serpent drop. Yeah, that'll show this fucking girl! Hell yeah, dude, choke her out! Bad girl gets serpent dropped. Oh. Damn, dude, choked her out and brought her to the nurse's office. Hell yeah, dude. You can't. Well, you know, you save both of you in this situation. Both of you, both of y'all. Mm-hmm. But you know, is that really a way to live, Miko? If you have to live the rest of your life being able to see ghosts and having to ignore them all the time? So she said, I'm sorry for hurting you earlier. Okay. What you think, Yulia? Damn, who knew Miko could be this threatening? You've got a sworn enemy. To death. Yeah, you'd think she'd be in like a cop car in the police station by now, she did. Peach Bob, the shop. Oh, I assume you guys went underwear shopping? We should show, yeah. Nope, you can send yours though. Damn, Miko, what kind of response is that? I'm not gonna show you my underwear, but you can do it if you want to. But can goats really touch you? Last time you just went right through them. Who's the one who's voice acting her just going? It's getting harder to tell who's a real person. Chat on her marbles. Anyways, let me leave my mom outside. Yeah, she might be a skinny old lady, but goddamn. 4631? No. It was a combination code. So much wrinkles on her face. That was like a little bit weird in the animation. Aww. Oh, now he's just gonna go on his way, slumbering around the place. Yeah, imagine what your mom would say if you said you spent dinner with some random family. Hana sent it anyway. She's like, oh well, might as well. Alright. That was a nice little introduction over to Volume 2. Although I specifically remember Volume 2's started off differently, if I remember correctly. So like they've moved a few things, but before I even say any more, let me grab Volume 2 before this whole thing happens again, where I keep thinking something's happening in there and then it didn't happen in the manga. Anyways, okay, all right. I guess I have an idea of where they're starting off, which would be the beginning of Volume 2 next episode. All right, that's pretty all right. It is a nice way to actually introduce Yulia first. Yulia? Anyways, yeah, it is nice to introduce her into episode 5, so we get to see her around, I assume, a little bit more. Look, it's the line of people who just want to be eaten. Again, stanky ass breath. Was that guy from yesterday? Is the so like okay, so if that was the guy from before who thanked you for giving the code to his wife so then she could have the whole comb thing. It truly is like a fucking suicide line for ghosts. He's just like, my objective, my goal as like a wandering ghost has been accomplished. So I'm gonna go in this line. I'm going. I don't know. Is this a line to like? Okay, at this point, do you really need people to exercise these ghosts? It seems like they're just willingly gonna line up at this place and then get eaten, and then I don't know. Does their soul pass on, or does it just go straight into the other ghost's stomach? What a fucking line this thing is, dude. I was wondering on how he's more of the similar ghost that wanders around instead of the ghost that's more of like, has like a white aura around. Although I assume he has the more darkish auras because he regrets being able to get his wife to open the safe. Although, I'll be honest, if you don't know the combination for the safe and it was for your dead husband, oh sorry, the recording stopped. Hello, I'm back. But if you haven't been able to open it, you forgot the combination lock, and it's technically your property anyways, you could just get somebody to bust that fucking safe. Who cares about combination and all that jazz? Her daughter was like, oh, you're trying to safe again? You know you're just gonna get the wrong combination. Somebody just grab a crowbar and fucking pry that shit open. Anyways, let's get back to the center. Alright, so that was episode 5 of Mieruko-chan. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. You know that I always like talking to you guys. For me, I thought, I think I already said it, but I thought it was a nice introduction. They did switch the way they're introduced, because Yulia is supposed to be introduced later on, so I would say like probably would be like episode 6 she would get introduced, but they just swapped it, and so she gets introduced earlier, which I'm totally fine with that change, honestly. It's... the one thing that the anime has been doing good of is lining up the sequence of events and making it feel more fluid than how the manga is, because sometimes with these events in the manga, it does feel like they're sort of one-off chapters sort of thing, you know, they're not like super interconnected. There are some connection between it, but it just doesn't feel like it's a day-to-day process. That's what I felt with the manga anyways, but I was totally fine with it. But the way that the animate is doing it and the way that they have their own little timeline, I genuinely do like how the animate is doing it more than the manga, and it's just a really nice adaptation, you know? It's the fact that they're able to change a few, not even change, but to be able to switch a few chapters around, and it still makes sense, or in fact makes a lot more sense in the anime. But enough about that. With the introduction of Yulia. What a fucking character, dude. We've been seeing her around this whole time. You know, she's been watching Miko and Hana. We saw her sneaking about, looking at the godmother, and we see why she was watching the godmother in the first place. She wants to become an apprentice to the godmother, and she wants to... her plan was to become an exorcist, or just become like this prominent person in this spiritual world, and people will look at her in envy. Which is just a fantastic plan, by the way. There's just, we don't even know how the steps to get into there. It's just step 1, become the apprentice. Step 2, become the famous spiritualist person and then have everybody envy you. I don't know how we got from there to here, but it's a perfect plan. But we did learn from her, we did learn more about her and perhaps the reason why she has that plan in the first place, and especially with the whole people will envy me sort of thing. It's because it seems like she did tell other people about these ghosts, but obviously they don't believe her because they don't see these ghosts. So perhaps she just got estranged from her class, from her classmates, and and consider the fact that she sees Hana and Miko all the time, she's sort of like, oh wow, they're really good friends, they're always together. I wish I had friends like that. But no, not really, I don't want friends. So, deep down, she's that girl who really wants friends because she's estranged from her classmates. It was her own way, when she was talking to Miko, it was her own way to be like, hey, she's a person who's just like me, she can see these ghosts, and so it's a way for me to befriend her because we both have similar things that we share, and especially it's something that I was estranged by my classmates before. So if I have this hobby that other people don't get and there's another person who has this hobby, it's not really a hobby, but you get what I mean. So that was sort of her way to, try to befriend Miko for the most part, but it just ended up with her getting the serpent dropped on her. Which is just fan-fucking-tastic, dude. With Miko's love for macho men, at least the badger has taught her some valuable moves in case she was in actual she was technically in danger at that point. So she was able to eliminate this danger by choking the fuck out of Yulia. I think my favorite thing is that we did not talk about any reprimand or anything. The fact that Hana came to the nurse's office and said, hey, so I heard that you choked the girl from next door to death? So casual and all that. We don't even see any reprimand for Miko. Perhaps she got it, but we didn't see it. But the fact that we didn't see it just makes me laugh very much. What did she do? She choked Yulia, and then she brought her out, and somehow the rumor came out that she choked her. So, like, did somebody see her, or did somebody saw her taking this unconscious girl on her back to the nurse's office? Or the nurse asked her, what did you do? Or what happened? Oh, I just choked her until she lost conscience, and now she is here in the nurse's office. But anyways, we did see the extent of her power, for Yulia, I mean, and how she was unable to see the bigger ghosts. And we did, again, with her talking about, like, I know that you don't want to talk about this with others, and she, in her mind, was thinking about how she got estranged from her classmates, and she assumed that's the same reason for Miko, but Miko's over here like, no, I just don't want to die. These fucking ghosts are wild. I don't know what they're gonna do to me. They're over here, the ghost that's in there, he's getting all excited and slobbering just hearing that they might be able to see him. That was a dangerous situation, but it wasn't Yulia's fault. She couldn't see that ghost. But, I was just trying to say, the extent of her power, and the same thing goes for the godmother as well. And how the godmother is like, I understand the limits of my power now. And so she retires and all that jazz. Dude, Miko's really coming in here and showing them what's up. Then on the second half, with the older woman, we see that Miko is starting to fear that she's been able to see these ghosts so much, she's having a hard time distincting whether these are actually ghosts or these are actually people. Because we saw the grandmother just sitting on the stairways, but we see this aura around her, and we don't know whether that's, well, I mean, it's probably what Miko was seeing, and her eyes are just playing tricks on her, I suppose, to where even though this lady is alive, she sees this aura around, so she assumed that it was a ghost. Or maybe the lady's just so old, she's near death, so you just see the aura around her and shit. So that was fun. Anyways, can't wait to see what will happen next. And again, I have a feeling that, the introduction of Volume 2 will be Episode 6. And it will be nice. It will be nice. I hope anyways that it will be nice. But until then, if I have anything else to say, I will write it in the description down below. Thank you guys for sticking around, and I will see you guys in the next episode.